This is Abnormal Entertainment.
There is nothing like watching a movie on the big screen, and with MoviePass, you can see unlimited movies every month from Abnormal Entertainment. Head to abnormalentertainment.com and click on the MoviePass banner to get your first month free. And after that, it's only $30 a month to see unlimited movies, even on opening day. Go as many times as you want. Have a blast with MoviePass and abnormalentertainment.com. Welcome, everybody, to the Cinema Head Cheese Podshort for Schitt's Creek, Seasons 1 and 2. You might be asking, what in the hell is Schitt's Creek? Well, that's what I asked when I saw it pop up on Netflix. I saw Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara. I thought, okay. And Schitt is spelled S-C-H-I-T-T. And I was curious. I said, well, I need to see what this is. I'm not sure. Let's find out. And for some reason, it wouldn't load on Netflix the first several times I tried to watch it, which was kind of funny, which is a few weeks back when it first popped up. But apparently, Eugene Levy's son, Daniel, came up with the concept of the show, and the two of them created it together. And it's basically about a rich family who gets kind of screwed over by an accountant, and they lose all of their money, right? And you start out with basically the government coming in and taking everything they have. Now, this is the Canadian government. It's a Canadian show. It takes place up seemingly in Ontario. I see a lot of Ontario license plates, so I'm going to guess that's where it is. They don't exactly say what province. Windsor is mentioned, and Winnipeg, and a few other cities. Of course, a few U.S. cities, because Daniel also plays the son, David, who had a place in New York. The daughter is Alexis, and I'm going to pull up the actress right now, but she's also, constantly talking about adventures all around the world. But yes, Alexis is played by Annie Murphy. Most of the actors in the show, Canadian broadcasting rules, you have to have a certain amount of Canadians in the cast, and they have a significant amount. Chris Elliott is pretty much the token American in the show, so which is kind of funny. But Jennifer Robertson plays his wife. I feel like I've seen her before, but I don't know where exactly she's from. It looks like she's in a bunch of Canadian shows. But it's an interesting concept, because as everything's being taken away, their lawyer says, well, there's one asset we can't just up and take, and I was able to leave that alone because it didn't belong to Mom and Dad, which is Johnny and Moira, is Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara. This asset didn't belong to them. It actually belonged to David, who Dan Levy plays. And it was a joke gift that Johnny gave him for his birthday, and it's the town of Schitt's Creek. So since it's David's, and he wasn't exactly, part of the problem with the accountant, he got to keep it. So they leave to this town, Schitt's Creek. The mayor is Roland Schitt, played by Chris Elliott, and his wife Jocelyn is, again, Jennifer Robertson. They, greet them, basically. Chris Elliott greets them and sets them up at this motel in the town with two adjacent rooms, and they don't have to pay for it because they own the town, but they still don't have really any money. Emily Hampshire plays Stevie, who works at the motel. She's a very dry, sort of smart-assy character, and she looks at the Rose family kind of with smirks, and she's enjoying the train wreck of it all. And she and David have become easily my favorite characters on the show. They have quite an interesting back-and-forth relationship throughout, and she has that smart-ass sort of look, but David is kind of a smart-ass. He's the most, I don't want to say aware, but because he's very pretentious. He's into fashion, and he wears ridiculous clothes. He's pansexual. He's a lot of these modern sort of things that we hear now. But he's still the most, like, I don't even want to say down to earth, but sort of, I don't know. You get it when you see him. But he and Stevie have an interesting relationship throughout the show, as do Johnny and Roland, and Jocelyn and Moira, and Alexis and their son Mutt, and different characters. It took a little bit. Like, I watched it and I'm like, okay, it's good. It's not like grabbing me yet, and but it's good. I like it, and I just it just had to grab me. I had to give it a few to grab me. It's a little dry at times and a little silly other times, but there are some really good laughs in it, and the characters are fun and interesting. And Catherine O'Hara's character is way over the top, sort of rich lady. She used to be an actress on a soap opera, and she's sort of irrelevant now. And Johnny was this consummate businessman, and the kids are just spoiled. Like, David was an art dealer. Alexis has pretty much done nothing except, live off her parents and off of men she's dated, and burned through left, right, and center. But the town is full of great characters throughout. You have Twyla, who runs the diner. Again, Mutt is Roland and Jocelyn's son. You have Ted, who is the local veterinarian. He has a relationship with Alexis. Just Bob, who runs a shop. He's part of the city council. Just a lot of craziness in this weird little small town. Chris Elliott is a Chris Elliott character, plain and simple. When he does what he does, and he does that as Roland. He's socially oblivious, kind of a dick, but kind of has a heart to him at the same time. But again, like, he's any Chris Elliott character, which is great. If you love Chris Elliott, he's perfect, So it's a lot of fun. There are 2 seasons up on Netflix now. It all dropped at once. And you can burn through it quickly. They're short episodes. There are 39 of them. I'm not kidding. I got through the whole series in a few days. And when I watched the last one, I watched it this morning as I got ready for work. It's a great ending to a season. Both seasons have really good endings to them. But it's a great way to end it. Wonderful little speech from Johnny in a restaurant. It just really kind of tied things up in a great way, but still leaves stuff for season 3, which they were smart enough to do for season 1. They left things like open and ready to go for the next season. But it was really great. And when it was over, like the series that I was kind of lukewarm on in the beginning, when I watched the last episode this morning, I was sad that it was over. And I'm looking forward to more. Now it's on Canadian television. I don't know what station up there. So if you're up in Canada, you can find Schitt's Creek if you haven't watched it. I'm sure it's up on Netflix there. I just heard Eugene Levy interviewed on Mark Maron's show, and I can't remember. He said the network it's on up there, and I cannot remember. It doesn't matter. You can Google it. I could do that right now, too, because, yeah, that would make sense. But anyway, I don't think it's on, like, CBC or anything. I think it's on a different network, because they do swear in it and stuff like that, so it's not just, they say fuck. So it's on whatever cable station up there. But it's on Netflix in the U.S., and I'm sure in other countries. And, I was lukewarm on it at first, and it just really, by the end of it, I wanted more. I was excited about it, about it continuing. So, gotta say, Eugene Levy is, as he is, as good as in anything else. Same with Catherine O'Hara. The rest of the cast was really great. Andy Murphy and Dan Levy, both great as the kids. And I will say, Dan Levy, better than his dad, honestly, comedically. They match well together on screen. He has moments, facial acting that is akin to Jim on The Office. Like, just different things he says, and he plays this this character so well. And again, his interaction with Stevie, just great. They're my two favorite characters on the show, and I love that there is a ton of them together, and they bust each other's balls so fucking hard, but in the most subtle and brilliant ways, and it makes the show for me. So, and they have a little bit of a cliffhanger, the two of them, because they have this whole conversation, and I don't know, it's crazy. But anyway, Schitt's Creek on Netflix. Check it out. See, it says on IMDb 40 episodes. I don't know, whatever it is. It's a lot of fun, and it shows. Let me see, seasons 3 and 4. So yeah, there is a season 3 that started airing in January and February. I hope. Episode 13 just aired April 4th. So I'm hoping that that will all end up on Netflix soon. It looks like you can watch it on Amazon as well. I might have to set up a little Amazon thing. Yeah. But it looks like they've signed up for season 4 as well. So, yeah, Schitt's Creek, check it out. It's really great. Lots of fun. Anyway, that's that. And thank you all for tuning in. I do appreciate it. We are doing a lot of new things over at abnormalentertainment.com. Check that out. We have a wrestling show now, Kayfabe with Frankie G. Frank has been on Masterpiece Theater plenty. You've heard him over there. You've heard him on this show. We talked about Logan. So check him out if you're a wrestling fan. His first episode has Mandy and the Mass Blogster on it, and it's going to be a regular thing. It's doing pretty well already. A lot of hits, so that's good. We also have another music show that is already being produced, and heard clips of it, and oh my god, it's called The Year of Living Stevie, and it's a lot of different bands going through Stevie Wonder songs, being interviewed about it, and then covering the songs, and I heard a couple this morning, and they're fantastic. But you can find that page on Facebook now, follow it, like it, and you'll be able to get some little advanced clips, even if you're not specifically a Stevie Wonder fan. If you're a music fan, it's great shit. God, I was just blown away by the covers I've heard so far. So, just exciting stuff. And our friend Gio from ESS Podcast, they've decided to wrap up that show, but we will be hosting their final 3 episodes. Their subscription with Libsyn is done, so the show doesn't exist anywhere, but their final 3 episodes will air exclusively on abnormalentertainment.com. So if you followed them at all, that's what happened to that show. And I didn't really know until recently either. They decided to wrap it up. So, but that's okay. You know, everything has a course, and they did 100, and including their 3 new ones, that'll be 151 episodes, and that's quite a lot. So, and it's a big group, and all people that are very busy, and you know, you do what you can. So, I'm excited to be able to put that up for them, give them a home for that. They're really, really great people, and so I'm excited. So that's it. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm going to do a little bonus pod short over the weekend, some of my favorite stand-up that's shown up recently on Netflix. So check that out, and until then, have a great one. Subscribe and download back episodes of Cinema Head Cheese the podcast, and read all of our movie reviews and news at cinemaheadcheese.com. Email us at cinemaheadcheese@yahoo.com. Search Cinema Head Cheese on Facebook and tweet us at CINHeadCheese. And for more podcasts, books, comics, blogs, and videos, head to abnormalentertainment.com.
You've been listening to the Abnormal Entertainment Network.
Don't have time to grocery shop? Let Schitt do it for you. Schitt lets you put in your order and brings your groceries to your door in as little as an hour. All you have to do is sign up at shipt.com and enter the membership code ABNORMAL, and you'll get $10 in free groceries on your first order. Save time, get what you need, and leave the shopping to Schitt.